Michael Chevello ringside with Mark the Hammer Castanini, and in March this year this man produced one of the biggest upsets in kickboxing when he became the first Aussie to defeat Prince Amir. Tonight World Kickboxing Champion John Hallford steps into the squared circle for a conventional boxing grudge match against Gürkan Özkan. The big question is, Hammer, has John Hallford got the technique to outcome the sheer power of Gürkan Özkan?
I'll tell you what, Michael, I don't know how John Hallford's game plan is going to work, but what he would want to do in the early rounds is just be on his bike and be moving. And he is one smart fighter, John Hallford. He's done it all. Karate, kickboxing, boxing. He's done the whole gamut. He is a very intelligent fighter, and I'm sure tonight will be no different.
And listen to the ovation. Listen to them raise the roof here on Fox Sport. That can only mean one thing. Making his way to the ring is a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. The supreme fighting machine, Gürkan Özkan. Tonight, Özkan leaves his kicks at home to step into the boxing ring against the Tamworth Terminator, John Hallford. Mark the Hammer, what a grudge match. Two kickboxing world champions duking it out in the boxing ring.
Tell you what, Michael, Gürkan Özkan looking an absolute picture. He's prepared to the ninth. He's looking the goods, and you can have to watch out for him in the first couple of rounds because he's going to open up on Hallford, I can tell you that.
Let's go to Andy Raymond.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. This one under conventional boxing rules. We are in the super middleweight division and are scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. An interstate battle in the blue corner, hailing from Country, New South Wales. He is the current ISKA World Kickboxing Champion. Tonight weighing in at 75.8 kilograms, the Tamworth Terminator, John Hallford. His opponent from the Tarek Solak Braveheart Academy, right here in Melbourne, Victoria. Tonight, weighing in at 75.85 kilos, he is the current world WKO kickboxing champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the supreme fighting machine, Gürkan Özkan. The third man inside the ring, Mr. Malcolm Bullner. Your judges at ringside, Bryce First Whistle, Dave Hedgecock and Chris Anderson.
Well, tremendous electricity surrounding this main event, a grudge match between two world kickboxing champions who will be duking it out under conventional boxing rules, Gürkan Özkan and John Hallford.
Let's have a good, clean fight. Obey my instructions at all times. Good luck to both fighters, and may the best man win. Shake hands, fight, and come on fighting at the bell.
One of the country's most experienced boxing referees and kickboxing referees, Malcolm Bullner, doing the honours.
It's main event time. Time to keep the gloves up and the backside off the canvas. Round one.
Doctor.
Two fighters who we've been hoping would duke it out for a long time, finally getting it on here tonight at the Crown Casino.
Well, Malcolm Bullner, the man in control of centre ring, he is the man for this job. I can tell you, the best boxing referees in the country. He'll need to be right on his game with these two boys because Gürkan Özkan, as you know, Michael, when he gets a full head of steam, he really gets a full head of steam. Just ask Tibor Vermes.
The ticking time bomb just waiting to explode. Of course, in his last outing here on Fox Sports, we saw him defeat Heath Stenton for the Victorian super middleweight title. Gürkan Özkan, who has a fantastic record, 25 KOs in the first round, really is, as Hammer said earlier on in the night, probably the best fighter in the country inside the first 2 or 3 rounds.
Very dangerous man indeed. Although he's looking a little tentative here, I was showing Hallford a bit of respect, as he should, because Johnny Hallford, he is lightning fast.
John Hallford's such a fabulous technician.
He's got the height and reach on Özkan as well, Michael. Hallford there in the white. Nice overhand right. Landed it nicely.
Özkan just smiling at him, waiting to unload those vicious hooks. He's so renowned for the supreme fighting machine. John Hallford, of course, a world champion in kickboxing, a contender there in boxing, a fantastic all-round martial arts champion, Australian full contact karate champion.
Özkan just sticking up the jab. Tentative first round by both men. Nice right hand there from John Hallford, sent Gürkan back a couple of steps. Comes over the top of that right hand again. It's troubling Özkan with that right hand so far.
Tell you what, Özkan is very, very weary of that overhand right from Hallford, and Hallford's using it nicely, thank you very much. He's really rolling it in. There it goes again. Just whizzes past the head of Özkan.
As we mentioned, Gürkan Özkan in his last outing defeated Heath Stenson, who recently beat the highly credentialed Paul Smallman here on Fox Sports. And that shows really the quality of boxing of Gürkan Özkan. Heath Stenson, no slouch in this division. Big left hand, or I should say big right hand there from Özkan. This one's scheduled for 6x3. There's Hallford working the right hand again. 2.5 minutes down in the first round. Gürkan Özkan, will the ticking time bomb explode here in the first? Nice 1-2 combination there from Özkan, then digging the right hand to the ribs.
Hallford weaving well. He keeps focused on what Özkan's got to offer.
Thumping rib crackers there from Gürkan Özkan off the right hand. That right hand that has put so many lights out on so many of his opponents.
You can see the tenacity in John Hallford's face, the determination. Özkan has him under pressure, and you know what, Michael? He keeps his eye on Özkan all the way through. Looks through his guard, doesn't turn his head. As soon as you turn your head, that's when you can get yourself in some real trouble. John Hallford is an experienced campaigner, and he just keeps his eye on what Özkan's doing. Doesn't matter if it's getting through the guard or not. He's there, he's weaving well, and he's 100% focused, Hallford. Özkan a little bit troubled by that overhand right of Hallford's. Hallford launching it nicely, very, very crisply indeed, and he's just getting it over the left hand of Özkan, and that's probably Özkan's main concern at this point.
Seconds down. Round 2.
Malcolm Bullner about to get us underway in the second round of action, scheduled for 6x3 super middleweight boxing contest, a boxing grudge match between two kickboxing world champions, the supreme fighting machine Gürkan Özkan in the all black trunks, the Tamworth Terminator John Hallford in the blue with white tassels. Hallford, very composed fighter, very slick operator. Gürkan Özkan, of course, a power fighter. He'll walk up and he'll walk through you, dropping the right hand down to the breadbasket. Nice right hand digging into the left rib cage there from Özkan. Just coming around there with the left hook was Özkan. Hallford just sizing him up, waiting to unload that right hand, which caused so many problems for Özkan in the first round. Hallford just moving to either side, just sticks out that jab, trying to probe the way through to the defences of Özkan. Neither man really unloading as of yet. We haven't seen the signature barreling of techniques from Özkan that we're used to in the first 1 or 2 rounds. And he's looking in superb physical shape here tonight, Özkan. Snappy left hand there from John Hallford. Sweat flew off the brow that time of Özkan. Really has got a very slick left hand on him, John Hallford, Hammer.
John Hallford is just sticking out. He's been weary of Özkan in these rounds. Have a look at the weaving on him. Have a look at his lateral footwork. He's putting it all together, Hallford. But Özkan's looking for that opening. He's relying on the 1s and 2s rather than stringing the combos together because he knows he's got to be tidy on his combinations, or Hallford will pick an opening open on him and they go to work.
Beautiful right hand to the breadbasket there from John Hallford. Gürkan Özkan coming over the top now. Hallford, nice 1-2 through the guard. Now they're stepping up the intensity here in the second round of action. 3 jabs in a row there from Özkan.
Özkan has to be wary. He drops his right hand dangerously low on that jab. Steps up on the jab and drops that right hand right down. That could be danger time if Hallford unloads the hook off the lead hand.
Into the final 40 seconds of this round. Özkan very wary of that big right hand of John Hallford's. There it is, the right hand off the jaw from Hallford. Özkan just drills out that jab. Hallford continues to move laterally around the ring.
Well, Hallford should possibly consider putting a hook on the end of that big right hand because Özkan is dropping his right hand when he throws the hook. and he could be open for a lead left hook.
Nice digging right hand, followed by a left hook over the top from Gürkan Özkan. There's the big thunderous right hand shebang from John Hallford. Özkan just moving forward on him. Hallford dancing around on the balls of his feet. Looking for that big put-away right hand is Özkan. Just picks him with the jab to end the second round of action, Hammer.
Well, it's panning out very evenly. Both fighters showing each other a lot of respect. Özkan hasn't opened up entirely as I thought he would, and I'd say that would be because he is very wary of Hallford. He knows he's a danger man, John Hallford, and it's only going to take that one split-second lapse in concentration, and Hallford will ping him away. So Özkan is really not unleashing himself as he usually does in the early rounds.
Yeah, the neck a bit more. That's all it is. Yeah, the neck a bit more. Yeah, hitting you then when you're going bang together. Nice, relaxed. It's all right. Sometimes work the other body too, huh? Sometimes try that chew down. Sometimes try that straight body shot.
There we see Hallford step up, jab misses, but Özkan right on the money after it. He's going to make Hallford be wary of what he's doing. The jab once again, he's just very, very heavy in the technique he throws. Özkan. Hallford, nice and light, sticking that jab out, and he's rolling in that big overhand right. As I said, I'd like to see Hallford possibly put a lead hook on the end of it. I think he might have a bit of luck that way.
We're underway in the third round of action. Plenty of instruction in the corner of John Hallford from Iron Mark Tyson. And also cornerman George Kolovos, one of the more renowned figures in Australian karate. Of course, John Hallford's background in Kyokushinkai full contact karate. Özkan dropping a body shot. Will Özkan unload in this round? That nice sticky left hand just finding its way through there from Hallford. Very well put together fighter, John Hallford. Oh, just looping up the right hand. Özkan didn't see it coming. And these are the types of punches that he went to work with on Prince Amir earlier in the year when he won the world kickboxing title, Hammer.
It's certainly an upset for some people, at least. Not the boys at Tamworth Fighting Arts or John Hallford. They expected fully to win that one, but certainly for the majority of the kickboxing community, Hallford pulled off an upset, and it was his tidy handwork that the Prince came to grief on.
Özkan just peppering out the jab, looking to set up that big right hand. Hallford catches it on the mitts and goes forward. Nice 1-2, nice two jabs there from Gürkan Özkan, then looking to drop the right hand down to the breadbasket. John Hallford not phased at all by Özkan so far. A little bit of sweat flowing off the brow there of Hallford. Dug away nicely with the right hand to the body. Big right hand from Hallford, big right hand! That one caught Gürkan Özkan, and Özkan calls him forward, says, come on, is that all you've got from me, John? Hallford just taking a bit of time out to have a look at Özkan. Özkan, that snapping left hand. Walked into Özkan's left hand on that occasion. Hallford just nods at him, said, yep, you tagged me with that one. Both men seem to be very tense here in centre ring, Hammer.
Well, both fighters know that one mistake's all it's going to take. Hallford knows that with the power of Özkan, he can't leave an opening. He can't become complacent and leave anything open in his guard. Özkan, in turn, knows that Johnny Hallford is very much the technician, and all he needs is an opening to put it on the button.
Into the final 20 seconds of this round. Nice right hand connecting the side of the jaw. Here comes Gürkan Özkan. They rattled Hallford with that short right. Özkan just leaping across the ring. Now there's a little bit of trouble coming your way if Özkan gets leaping behind his punches. Hallford just digging the right hand up to the ribs. And there it is, into the third round of action.
3 rounds down, Michael, and I'm still on the edge of my seat with this one. It's just like a ticking time bomb, as you described earlier, just waiting for something to happen. But John Hallford, he's not wasting too much energy. He's keeping fairly focused, trying to work the different ranges, body, head. He's trying to work the angles, the rips into the body. He's trying to get those shots in on Özkan. Özkan, he's got a pretty tight defence, as we're seeing right now. keeps his hand up. He's having a look through his gloves, just seeing what Hallford has to offer. Nice weaving from Johnny Hallford. Weaved under that left hook from Özkan, as Özkan calls him up. But I tell you what, John Hallford, you can see the determination and the focus in his eyes. He's certainly got the eye of the tiger there, and he's having a good look at Özkan and not making the job easy for him at all.
Round 4.
We clear the ring and we're into round 4 of action. This one's scheduled for 6. A super middleweight grudge match between Gürkan Özkan and John Hallford, 2 world kickboxing champions stepping into the conventional boxing ring. It's been a good even contest so far, as the hammer said, very hard to separate both fighters, but one gets the feeling that they're going to step up the intensity here in the 4th. Özkan with that snapping right hand. Just caught the side of the jaw of Hallford. Hallford moving around still. Just gets out of the way of that sticky left. Oh, he walked straight into the hand on that occasion, did Hallford. Nice work there from Özkan. Looks like he's developed a lot of speed behind his punches. Gürkan Özkan has always been a powerful fighter, but now his hands seem to be faster than ever. Looking for a big year next year in 2000, Gürkan Özkan. Looking to take the super middleweight boxing division by storm.
In the boxing arena, he's got a lot of work to do, Özkan, though. There's some pretty tidy fighters floating around that weight division, and Özkan will certainly have his work cut out for him.
Swinging right hand there from Özkan.
John Hallford, on the other hand, I think he's just happy to fight, Michael. He'll fight anyone, any rules, whatever you want. He's just in there, and he loves it.
You can see John Hallford's commitment to his martial arts and fighting, in that he's got the kanji, the tattoo on his chest there, Hammer. Tell us about that one.
Well, the kanji, of course, is the insignia of Kyokushin karate, and that is the style that John Hallford comes from. That insignia is on the left chest of all the karate uniforms in that style. Well, John Hallford is gone one more. Maybe it's just the dye worn through his uniform onto his chest, Michael. He's probably trained that often.
Özkan has him tied up now over in the neutral corner. A little bit of fancy footwork to get out of dodge there from John Hallford. Özkan just letting him get loose. Özkan hasn't really forced him into one of the corners and unloaded on him, as he has so much in so many of his past fights. Big thumping right hand to the body, then over the top of the left hook from John Hallford.
Özkan, he's not really letting his right hand go as much as he should. He's working on the jab a lot, but he's holding up or pulling up that right hand. He's got to pepper away with the jab and then let the right hand go, just as he did there. Once again, 3 triple jab combo from Özkan, no right hand after it. Maybe go to the body, set up the head, go to the body.
Big right hand from Hallford. Özkan responded with a right to the ribs. That was an absolute rib cracker there from Gürkan Özkan. Now they're starting to unleash their salvos here in the 4th round of action. Özkan looking to put him away with the right hand. Good bobbing and weaving there from Hallford, though. Good defences from the Tamworth.
That's good anticipation from Hallford. He's an excellent anticipating fighter. Whether it be kickboxing, boxing, he has this uncanny skill to anticipate pretty much what his opponent's going to throw at him, and his footwork is really clean and sharp, and that backs up his anticipation, and he is a very complete technician, John Hallford. Özkan, a little bit weathered there in the corner, but he's tried to throw some big shots. Hallford just hasn't been there for it.
He wants to do. He wants to go left jab, he wants to collide at the same time. So if he finishes with a 2 or 3, you finish with a 4, 5, 6.
So once again, Özkan calling Hallford up. It's not really going to get him anywhere. He's got to be working. John Hallford, nice wide stance, working that jab lightning fast. Getting it in on Özkan.
Round 5.
There's a big overhand right, trading right body, Özkan Hallford. A lot of respect for each other, these 2 lads.
We roll into the 5th round of action. Our super middleweight boxing contest. Gürkan Özkan, the black trunks. John Hallford, the blue and white. Traded blows early on there. The left hand from John Hallford. Two jabs and the overhand right from Gürkan Özkan. Beautiful body shots from the Supreme Fighting Machine. Özkan's been working that jab like a trip hammer throughout the entire fight, but as the hammer said in the last round, needs to follow it up with a clocking right. You can hear the instructions being yelled from the corner of Gürkan Özkan and from Tarak Solak. Snapping left hand. Nicely timed from Özkan, just leaping with the left hook. Good defensive movement though from John Hallford. Now goes a 1-2 of his own. Trying to dig the right hand to the body. Gürkan Özkan came over the top of the right of his. Özkan looks so dangerous when he throws the right hand, just falling centimetres short of Hallford's nose.
That's all it takes, Michael. A miss is a miss, be it an inch or a yard, it's still missed.
Gürkan Özkan's whole movement. But he gets behind it, really does generate a lot of power. Here he goes. The ticking time bomb may have exploded here in the 5th round of action. Big overhand right from Hallford came close, but no cigar. Özkan stalking him, stalking his prey. 1-2 against the ropes, digs down to the ribs. Here comes Özkan.
This is certainly looking like Özkan's round. He's coming good now. Certainly landing a nice combination there on Hallford had him bothered.
Özkan's got him back into the neutral corner, slammed a resounding punch into the right rib cage. They could hear that one 10 rows back here at the Capacity Crown Casino. Özkan just missing with the right, Hallford missing with the right of his own, catches a nice right hand to the jaw. Good jab there from Özkan and another. He's got Hallford back into the neutral corner. All tied up, nowhere to go. Malcolm Bullner separates both men. Good action round here from Gürkan Özkan. That crisp left hand of Özkan. Hallford still dancing around on the balls of his feet. Nice, sharp, speedy left hand there. Özkan drops the right to the body, comes over the top. Good short left hook, now body shots from Özkan. Catches him with the jab. Well, when Gürkan Özkan gets Hallford against the ropes, we're in the corner, he is unloading on him. A little bit of blood starting to flow from the nose of John Hallford. There's the end of the 5th round, hammer.
Tell you what, Michael, that one I'd have to give to Özkan. He did very well in that round indeed, working off his jab a little bit more now and stringing his combos together.
Hey, we've got 3 minutes. Now we've got to work hard. We've got to work hard. There you go. More. Have a spit.
You got 3 minutes.
Put it on my head.
Once again, you see Gürkan there. He's followed up off his jab this time and unloaded on Hallford. Sent him reeling backwards with that right hand. Hallford, in a spot of bother, used his footwork to get him out of range. Özkan just unloading. Hallford taking a bit of that on the gloves and a little bit getting through the guard. Once again, double, triple jab, going downstairs and upstairs. Big overhand right, just clipping Hallford. And a very, very strong round for Özkan.
Well, we are ready to go at it in the 6th and final round of action. Both of these warriors, these world kickboxing champions, will touch gloves. And we're underway in the final stanza of this grudge match. Nice left hand there, traded by both men. Toe-to-toe in the centre of the ring. Sweat flies off the brow of John Hallford. Özkan had an explosive 5th round. Can he maintain the momentum here in the 6th and final stanza? Just missing with the right hand. Misses again to Özkan. Hallford now has got him against the ropes. Got him in the red corner. Özkan with a wild overhand right. An overhand right left hook combination there from Hallford. The right missed the target, the left got him. Shaping up to be a good final round, hammer.
Well, this is the one that Özkan really has to finish strongly here. It's going right down to the wire, this fight, Michael.
Nice combinations there, but Gürkan Özkan's defence is rock solid. Hallford trying to find his way through. Özkan ties him up. Malcolm Bullner separates both men. It has been an excellent boxing contest thus far. 1-2 off the jaw there from Hallford. Neither one found the mark. There's the right hand and the left hook. Özkan just clipped him on the ear with the right hand.
Good solid defence from Özkan. Hallford having a bit of bother now getting that right hand through.
Comments from the former Australian Cruiserweight Muay Thai champion Mark the Hammer Castanini ringside. With myself, Michael Chavello. Another super promotion brought to you by super promoter Tarak Solak. They tie up over in the neutral corner. Right hand just missing the target. A glancing left hook there from Hallford. Özkan trying to dig the right to the breadbasket. Calls from Özkan's corner to go forward now, to bring home the bacon, to change the pace.
Özkan slipping quite well in the later rounds.
They're fighting it, jigging now over against the ropes. Gürkan Özkan sucking in the air. John Hallford still looks cool and composed. Just snaps out the left hand.
Özkan letting the overhand right go just then. Not as much as I would have thought he would.
Nice ducking, bobbing and weaving there from John Hallford into the final 20 seconds of this final round. A big right hand from Hallford. He caught him, and another one from Hallford. The Talbot Terminator unloading. Gürkan Özkan swinging wildly, looking for the good night Irene punch to end the fight. Will it come for him? They're bringing it all home now. Into the home straight of this fight. They're slugging it out. The final 5 seconds. A nice shot to the body from Hallford. Gürkan Özkan, a short left hook. There it is. There it is. The end of the 6th and final round. What an ovation from this capacity crowd.
What an absolute corker of a fight this last one ended up being.
Hammer, this one's gone down to the judges. I'm going to put you on the spot. How do you call it?
I knew you would do that, Michael.
You can't get away that easily.
I'd have to say, if you're going to look at solid work rate, Johnny Hallford started probably the first 2 to 3 strongly. Özkan finishing strongly, so it's actually a role reversal as to how I thought this fight would go. There you see Hallford peppering away with a jab, bringing the right hand over the top. Özkan actually fired up a little bit more and answered more than he did in the earlier rounds. In the earlier rounds, he took a lot of what Hallford had to offer, and that was gone unanswered. But in the later rounds, he started actually firing up and firing back. And once again, we see the flurry of hooking punches. Hallford, great anticipation, bobbing and weaving well. But Özkan a little weathered there towards the end of that flurry. But as I was saying earlier, if you look at the early rounds, I feel Hallford may have piled up some good points in the early rounds. Özkan finishing strong. This one, there's nothing in it. For mine, depends on what way the judges want to score the fight. For mine, I'd have to say possibly Hallford just. But Özkan with that strong finish could have easily turned the tables.
The Martial Arts and Boxing Control Board tabulating the scores. We've gone down to the judges' decision in this super middleweight grudge match. Will it be Özkan or will it be Hallford? Let's go to Andy Raymond.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this main event, we go to the judges' scorecard. We have a split points decision. Your winner from the red corner, Gürkan Özkan.
Well, there you have it, folks. A split decision going the way of the supreme fighting machine, Gürkan Özkan. And I tell you what, Hammer, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch, but hey, next time let's do it under kickboxing rules.
Let's throw some kicks in there, Michael, and make it really interesting. But what a great battle from both these boys. Split decision. Like to see the scorecards, but good victory there for Özkan. This will do him well on his resume. And Johnny Hallford, what an absolute warrior he is.
A very tired Gürkan Özkan. That now brings the record to 2-0 in the boxing race. Congratulations, a very hard-fought win.
Yeah, thanks for everyone coming. Thanks, John. Giving us a hard fight. As you can see, the posters, my face wasn't on there, so I was the late substitute for, I think, Carly. So I could have trained a little bit harder and done a bit more, but, you know, it's all a learning experience. I gave it my best shot, and hopefully next year will be a better year for the year 2000.
He's a very difficult fighter, a beautifully well-rounded fighter, and you can hit him with everything, and he stands in your face and comes back at you.
Yeah, like myself, he's a kickboxer, so I didn't have any boxing fights on him. And I knew he was a good counter puncher, and, it was like a chess game, so, could have done a bit better, but all credit for him. I'd like to thank Tarek for putting on another good show in 24 hours. And I'd like to thank my trainers, Murray, Tarek, the boys in the corner, and just my sponsors, Black and Blue, Amigos, and my 2 clubs, Denim Lounge and the Saloon Bar. Hope it keeps going for year 2000. Thanks very much, everyone.
Gürkan Özkan, they're victorious here tonight. We'll now grab Johnny Hallford, if you can come on over, buddy. A difficult night, John, but a night where you can certainly hold your head high. A very tough bout.
Yeah, I'd just like to apologise to my corner. The performance wasn't very good. My last fight was against Prince Amir, which was 7 months ago, so I've been out of the ring for 7 months. I am a kick fighter. I did want a kick fight, but I just had to take the fight because I got a little desperate. Making up no excuses. I'd like to thank Gürkan for the fight and Tarek for promoting me. I'd like to thank my corner, Mark, and George from here in Melbourne, Kilkshin, which is my background. I'd like to say sorry to all the people at home in Tamworth. I feel that I've let you down. Hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit more busy in the ring with a little bit of boxing as well as my kickboxing. And I'd like to say g'day to my girlfriend back at home, Christy, which is puts up with all the bad moods and all the going on. I'd like to thank Tarek very much. He's given me a couple of opportunities with the Prince and now Gürkan, which are 2 of the probably most prestigious kickboxers and fighters in Australia today in the kickboxing. I'd like to thank all the officials and all the people here in Melbourne. I've ventured down to Melbourne a couple of times and been unsuccessful, but hopefully I can do a little bit more for you. Just preparing for a fight in 3 weeks, actually. But I'd like to say good day to everyone back at home in Tamworth, and just sorry to my corner for not the best performance. And thank you, Tarek.
You certainly haven't let anyone down, and we wish you all the very best for your fight in the upcoming weeks.
Thanks very much, Tar.
Just those that don't know John Hallford, he's one of the best fighters in the world, not just Australia, and I promise you, you'll see him again. He's fought against 2 of my top fighters, and he's given us a very hard time on both occasions. He's won 1, he's lost 1. I'm sure he'll do well on the next one.
I'd just like to say thank you, everyone, for coming, supporting boxing and kickboxing. I'd like to say good day to all the boys up in Queensland, Scotty Bennon, Ian and all the boys, which I'll be up there training with very shortly in preparation for a fight up with Scott Bennon. And just good day to all the people at home in Tamworth, and sorry I let you down.
Certainly not letting anyone down tonight. A very brave performance.
Well, there you have it, a victory to the Supreme Fighting Machine, Gürkan Özkan, and our other main events tonight, Baris Nazif and Cenk Beyik, both coming up trumps. From myself, Michael Chavello, and my verbal sparring partner, former Australian champion Mark the Hammer Castanini, thank you for joining us. We wish you a very safe and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll catch you kicking again in 2000.